everyone, and welcome back. So today's video is all about mindful movement and stretching and just really breathing prana through the body as we are working through the rather intense aches and pains that can come from the physical ascension process. So I woke up this morning with pretty intense physical aches. And I just want to preface that I did take a hot bath before doing this sequence, which I highly recommend. So this sequence is designed right now in time as I'm experiencing quite a bit of excruciating pain in different parts of the spine and in my bones and joints and things like that. I realized that it would probably be most beneficial for me to create a sequence live as I'm going through these symptoms for you all. I want to create this segment live as I'm feeling these energies in order to really provide a wonderful content quality for you guys, because I know what it's like. This is physical ascension upgrade, sensations or symptoms. And they can be hard to work with. So this sequence is created for the aches and pains that we're going through during the physical ascension. This is when the light codes, our higher self, soul, is coming into the body, and the body has to make space for this whole new frequency of beings, a whole new level of electromagnetism that's coming from our on high, from our heavenly connections. And this can create a great deal of physical discomfort in the body as the old is coming out, tension, old crystallized thought patterns, different things, belief systems that were stored in the Merkaba, the avatar suit that is the physical body, and the surrounding fields are being invited to come up and out. And that's how Lightbody Prana Yoga was created, was my needing some kind of a practice that wasn't the rigor of a full-on yoga practice, that allowed me to sit or lie down as needed and just be really gentle and slow and mindful, so that I could stretch and relieve a lot of the discomfort and pain in different parts of my body. But at the same time as doing these releases, mindfully explore the benefits of what information, old codes, old thought forms were stored in these parts of my body, because there's codes in every part of the body. It's like a star map, everything, our hands and the soles of our feet, and it's just beautiful. So this practice will enable you to breathe and move through the physical discomfort, as well as start to digest or unpack information as it's coming out, whether it's old that is leaving, that wants to be processed and witnessed as it leaves the body, as the new light comes in, the density leaving the body, or we are digesting, metabolizing, and understanding all new codes that are coming to take the place of the old stories. So this is a multidimensional practice today to really get into pain. This is a shamanic perspective of pain and the lessons, what information is being brought forth into various parts of the body, and learning to connect with the body as a living being. It's this beautiful liquid crystalline star meat creator avatar Merkaba suit, and this is a living interface. If you have physical pain, it can really affect the quality of our mind, our outlook, our attitude and mood. So I think it's really important to talk about the different pains that we experience, and starting to look at pain as information and start to detach emotionally from, like, I don't want this, or this sucks, or any of those kind of resistance points. We want to meet the pain, come into the body and feel, where are you? What do you need? What do you have to tell me? So this sequence today is all about feeling into the body. And for me, the pain is mostly in the spine, pretty intensely in the spine. And then I'll notice stiffness in different joints, like my knees and my hips. There's like, they just don't want to be bent. It's like there's so much electricity that wants to just burst through all of the circuits of my body that it doesn't want to have bent knees. So if you can't have your knees bent for a lot of this, no worries. Just figure out how to just adapt with props. You could sit on a pillow, or you could do a lot of these things in a chair. But for me, I have to have my legs straight out today. Let's just set an intention for our practice today before we dive into this sacred endeavor of just being in the body and listening and receiving amazing information, incredible gifts, wisdom. And bring your hands together at the center of your chest and start to take some deep breaths into the belly, out through the mouth. Saying, I'm here for you, body. Breathing in. How may I serve you? Exhale as you serve me. Inhale again to the belly. Exhale out to the mouth, releasing anything. Inhaling again and just bringing your space, bringing you into this sacred space of service to self, service to temple, devotion. We call this Bhakti Yoga, the joyous devotion to spirit as ourselves, devoting the time and prioritizing our sacred spark as necessary and important for this beautiful process to be successful, for this beautiful process of ascension to be successful. So we honor, bring your hands to your belly, your womb area, heart. We honor the physical body, and we are so grateful for the opportunity to participate live here in the ascension process. It's such an exciting time for us individually and collectively as a species, entering into this new phase of the golden age, where we embody a great deal of beautiful, radiating truth, light of soul in our everyday experience. What a blessing to embody and to create and to participate actively in the manifestation of heaven on earth for self and all. Bring your hands back together. Amen. So be it, so it is. It is good, it is done. We are so grateful. Aho. Inhale. Okay, and we'll open our hands and just bring that energy. And before we get into the physical movement, I want to invite you all to feel the plasma of what you just activated there with that invocation, that affirmation. All right, so let's go ahead and just start to feel the body here. Let's set the intention like, okay, this is where my body is today. There's quite a bit of discomfort, and I'm going to work with it. I'm going to address and prioritize. This is part of my self-care, my body temple first, because the energetics are providing me with information of blockage or discomfort. Go ahead and put your feet out in front of you and just kind of, not really a forward bend, but just putting your feet out and just starting to massage, straightening your legs, just giving your legs, starting to feel the muscle and the bone here. Just giving appreciation for the legs. And then let's go ahead and bring our feet in. And you make kind of a diamond shape. I'll show you. Looks like this. Kind of a diamond shape with your feet like a big window. And bending your knees and just pulling yourself just gently forward, just a little bit. Just making sure to keep the spine straight. Just reaching forward and massage your feet at the same time. So we're going to really come into the body here. Bringing that presence, that honor and gratitude to the body, honoring the body. Saying, I'm here for you, I hear you. I'm going to work with you now. Please show me what you would like to feel and move out. So I'm feeling to start for a warm-up is just these kind of serpentine rolls of the spine. Just let your neck drop to side to side. Keep breathing deeply as you do this, and we're affirming that as we do this activity, we're really honoring the temple, the body, and its messages for us. So now let's go ahead and do some circles. Inhale as you come forward, exhale as you go back behind. Taking your time as you stretch side to side, inhaling into the sides. So the intention of this practice today is to breathe deeply into all of this discomfort and to exhale it out. And we're not fighting the discomfort, we're not upset about it. We're looking at, wow, this is really truly a miraculous experience. This is the physical experience of ascension. This is the soul coming into the body. And yeah, there's going to be some discomfort with that. And instead of focusing on the discomfort in a negative perspective, which could happen when we're in pain or when we're in pain for longer amounts of time, this is a shamanic perspective of pain, is can we meet the pain and say, hello, wow, you're there in my body. Okay, what do you need? What do you have to show me? Starting to look at things, this multidimensional shamanic perspective of everything is a lesson. It's not bad. It's not good. It's a lesson. It's information. Where can we take that? What can we do with that? So go ahead and stretch your legs out again. Just really connecting with the breath and breathing in. We can really be grounding. And let's take our hands now to the backs of our necks. Just sending in that healing energy, whether it's Reiki, crystalline plasma now, all the different kinds of energy healing. Just connecting, Father, Mother, God, Source Creator. Connecting to that energetic and pulsating that out through the hands into the spine at the nape of the neck here. Breathing. You could see it as a liquid golden honey syrup, plasma. And it has glittery, metallic, kind of a holographic, iridescent glimmers inside of it. And just breathing that in, welcoming those energies into the spine, connecting with the sun, Solaris, offering gratitude for the incredible consciousness shifting energy radiating down from Solaris for all of us. Our gift is golden humanity. And now let's bring your hands to halfway in between your neck and your shoulders here. And this can be a very calming thing to do if you're having anxiety, feeling kind of uprooted, ungrounded. Placing your hands like this, firmly pressing into the muscles here, and breathing. Reaching your head up high, neck, feeling like there's a string pulling the crown of the head up here, up and out of the shoulders. This can be extremely calming and grounding and stabilizing for when we're feeling kind of spinning or dizzy or any of those things, anxiety. Just breathing, affirming our groundedness, affirming our stability, affirming being the eye of the storm, being the lighthouse, whatever imagery applies to you right now, whatever you're working with. And I apologize, there is construction going on outside that is endless, so you may hear a little bit of sound. But I figure the content is more important than perfect silence, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and bring our hands to our rib cage, kind of right underneath the armpits. I'm going to give some life force energy here. This is inhale, connecting to the space. Exhale anything that feels like it wants to go from there. And really pressing here gently, making sure your spine is straight, pressing into the side ribs, right under the armpits where the lymph nodes are. And we're just going to send beautiful healing energy, gratitude, smiles, healing crystalline plasma into the lymph here under the armpits. Lymph nodes are very important. They're all over the body and they don't have their own heartbeat. So it's up to us to be mindful to tune into them and pulsate them ourselves with our gratitude. Welcoming in cellular detox of all levels, energetic, emotional, mental, belief systems. We welcome in the purge and the detox. And the lymph nodes are a physical representation of the moving of old energies from the organs and replenishment with new, with white blood cells and all kinds of incredible healing energies. So that's the physical emanation or manifestation of what's going on all over multidimensionally. So we want to acknowledge and give gratitude that part of this process of the physical ascension is moving out the old to make space for the new, and that will show up in many forms. So we honor them all. Okay, so now let's bring left hand behind you, kind of mid-back, with your palm of your hand along your spine, and then right hand over the belly button. And we're going to radiate again, with those cosmic loving energies, heavenly healing energies, Reiki, whatever you like to use, different colors of healing, gold, rainbow white, diamond, crystalline. That crystalline plasma, again, is here for us to do healing work. Sandra Walter shares this. I adore her and appreciate her so much. Another wonderful way shower. And just intending these organs here, the spine, this whole torso area be infused. Get your water, get your coconut water, whatever you have. Probably both would be great if you have. Okay, and now we're gonna come down onto our backs. So you might want, I know I do, a little blanket, a little action here for the head to support the head. Your head doesn't want to be flat on the floor. All right, so now we're gonna come onto our backs here with your knees bent, feet on the floor. And you want to actually put your knees inwards. So you can actually have your knees bowing in to kind of meet one another. And you'll notice, wow, that starts to really actually open up the low back. So just by knocking your knees together like that, just feel how you feel. And breathe into it in your sacrum. Just knocking the knees together like this and allowing them to rest on one another takes the physical strain out of the low back muscles having to hold the legs upright. So that's a really nice, just kind of a nice thing to do when you're supine, when you're laying down and you need kind of more of a restorative and less active use of the body muscles. You can knock your knees together. You're just breathing into the sacrum area. Hold for a second, exhale. Releasing that tension from the sacrum, the coccyx, the tailbone. There's a lot in there, that's the root area. So it's always good to infuse that, to breathe into it, release any tension, clenching, fear, anything, any old story stuff that makes us feel contracted, constricted, tight, small. Just breathing into that space. And exhale, releasing whatever. And then you're going to unknock your knees now. So your knees are in alignment, straight up. And we're going to take our hands, the palms of our hands, and we're going to put them at the very tip top of our thighs. So your thumbs will actually, like the tops of your thumbs, you'll actually feel your hip bones there. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to gently push. Just start gently pushing on your thigh bones while you really make sure your feet are rooted in, grounding into the mat. Just a gentle push on your thigh bones, not too much, and feel how much space that's giving you in the tailbone. So just inhaling space, healing light, gratitude, love, divine destiny into that space as you're feeling that stretch. And just really press gently. You could press too hard and have too much space and it may be painful, so you don't want that. Just inhaling and gently pushing. And while you're doing this, you're really feeling your low back pressing into the floor like it's super heavy, like it's weighted down. So we'll take a pause here, rest the arms for a minute in your belly. Inhaling. And just feeling how cool it is to get that space in the tailbone like that. So nice. And just take a pause. All right, let's do it again. So palms to the tops of the thigh bones and you're pushing. It's like you're pushing your thighs to the wall in front of you while your feet are pressing. Don't let your feet move. And while you're kind of anchoring, like your tailbone is an anchor, it's heavy into the mat. And you can experiment with pushing a little harder. You might need to bring your feet in closer before doing that, closer to your butt. And inhale as you push and just feel that space and hold that push and exhale. Awesome. And just go ahead and gently ease off. Bring your hands down. And let's go ahead and actually straighten our legs really carefully. Make sure you're using your core when you straighten your legs very slowly, because we've really opened the tailbone. So it might be open and kind of vulnerable, not used to being in this position. Once you straighten your legs carefully, using your abs, keep your abs activated while you're lowering your legs. Then go ahead and really start to anchor your heels like they weigh 1,000,000 tons. And you're gonna start to crawl. So I'm gonna move my blanket that's like my head pillow back a little bit, because I'm gonna crawl up. So I'm gonna try to get length in the spine. So you wanna anchor your heels like they weigh 1,000,000 tons. Then you're gonna anchor your pelvis. And we're gonna crawl back a little bit to get more length in the whole spine here. So I'm just gonna take my shoulders and making sure again that I'm anchoring my heels. My legs are active. It's like my feet are standing on the wall in front of me. I'm dropping my hips, really letting those weigh in. And I'm just digging my elbows using my shoulders, not the neck, but it looks like I'm using my neck, but I'm not. I'm moving my neck. So you're going to use your shoulders you're going to use your shoulders to dig your elbows in and push up and away from your pelvis. And see if you get any space. Again, you may feel now this is in the upper part of the pelvic bones of the spine. Instead of the tailbone now, we're going kind of at the very top of what would start to be the tailbone. Inhaling and gently release yourself down. Adjust your pillow as needed. Anytime you lift your neck, use your core. Great. And let's go ahead and just feel how that feels. Relax your feet. Just relax all the muscles for a minute. Just kind of sink into the mat, sink into the earth, and just feel the spine. All right, let's go ahead again. So we're going to bend our arms and we're going to dig our elbows and the backs of the arms and the shoulders, kind of pushing away. And inhaling as we do so, pushing away. We're crawling out. And you can move side to side a little bit gently. Just let your pelvis and your hips be heavy, but just moving the spine side to side. So then we're pulling on the lumbar spine out of the pelvis here, which is really, really nice. And just take your time and experiment. This is all experimental movement. So you want to go really slowly. You want to breathe. Inhale. And let's just pause for a second. Make sure that you can be comfortable. And then what I'm going to have you guys do is you want to make sure that your shoulders are rolling open, like they're folding open on the floor. So a great way to do this is to kind of turn your hand outwards away from the body so that you're spinning your shoulders out, and then come up. And as you are spinning your shoulders outwards, like that action that we did to pull the spine out of the pelvis and crawl up, now we're going to just isolate that to the shoulder area. They call this the shoulder girdle. It's like the shoulders and the chest, the rib cage. And we're going to push up and try to get your shoulder blades down. So you want to create space where the shoulder blades are on the floor so that we can really truly lay flat. So you want to try to crawl up and then get space. So then you crawl up and you're off the floor, and then you're going to roll your shoulders back and gently lie down. And ideally you could be flatter here. You can feel there's more of a flatness with the shoulder blades, your wing bones, the scapula. And you notice it's easier for the chest to be open this way. Oh, I'm just going to inhale and exhale into that. And just take your time to get to this. You have your feet splayed open, palms facing upwards. And just breathing down. And just feeling the length that we've received in the spine. Encircle yourself with a bubble of crystalline healing plasma. It's like a milky, iridescent, pearly abalone shell, shiny, pastel, milky bubble of energy, super nourishing. It's like Amrita or Soma they talk about in the Vedic scriptures, this manna from heaven in the Bible. Beautiful, healing, holy energies. So just encircling your body with that and just taking in those codes of divine love, unconditional love, pure peace and patience, invoking and inviting the Holy Spirit, breathing that into your field. Beautiful. Connecting and activating the Divine Trinity, Heavenly Father, Cosmic Mother, Holy Child. We are all three. Witnessing the miracle of our process, of our journey. Not only inviting, but acknowledging that we are allowed access, if we allow ourselves, to the miracle realms, to the heavenly realms. It's just a matter of creating space. So we now invoke the complete and total alignment, realignment of all of our geometries and our fields, realigning us with these codes with pure grace and gratitude and joy, feeling full. Just breathing, working with those colors, those energies. And then open your eyes and start to just move fingers, roll your ankles in circles a little bit, move your wrists a little bit. And then gently using your core again to bend your knees in. And take your time. You could push through your pelvis, your hips a little bit. Stretch and activate the front thigh bones here. And sink back down if you want to push on your femur bones again. And continue to breathe all these codes, these colors, these energies, these geometries, this mastery into the femurs. The femurs generate white blood cells for us, stem cells. So you can really encode this massive site of divine construction, which is the hollows of the bones here, making those stem cells, filling them, radiating them with the divine cosmic energies for cellular regeneration, perfect health, optimum functioning, strength and joy, beauty, energy. And then just make an easy transition to come into seated. I'm just gonna roll onto my right and let my head hang there for a sec. There's no rush in moving the body around. That's something that's super important to remember. And then when you're ready, just gently push sideways with your hands. We're not using the spine to come up at all. We're just using the muscles. And then go ahead and come into seated, whatever is comfortable for you. And now let's bring our hands in between our knees and our ankles, and we're just gonna pull ourselves forward on an inhale. Exhale, pull yourself back. Oh, really feel that arch in the spine. Inhale forward. Exhale back, out through the mouth. And keep repeating this. Inhale forward and exhale back. Gentle breathing. So what we're focusing on today is really moving the spine around in different angles and different patterns, and then getting space in it, breathing into it, getting space. Go ahead and spread your legs open for a wide forward bend. And I can't go super wide because I have injuries, because I overextend. Like in my early yoga years, I would push too hard when I wasn't warm enough. And this is like such a great lesson about yoga, and the ego, is I would push too hard and then injure myself. So I have like hamstring injuries on both sides that I have to be really careful not to re-agitate, because I can feel them. I go to a certain level and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the stop right there. So just being cognizant of where you can go. So for me today, the majority of the physical discomfort has been all in the spine. I'm still feeling it in my neck after all that we did. So I would invite you now, let's do some twists, and let's really try to spiral this energy up and out of the spine. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale your right arm up overhead, right over the line of the body here. And then on exhale, we're going to take our hand behind us and we're going to start to twist. And you want to twist from down in the belly here. So inhale, exhale, bring the hand to the left knee. And so the left hand is behind you, kind of like an anchor here, just to assist the twist. And you want to start to just open the body to the wall that's to your left side. And again, you're twisting from down low in the belly, down into the pelvis. And you can use your right arm as kind of this torsion action. So you can push if you want through your palm, and you're kind of pulling yourself in this direction very gently. Or you can push through your palm this way, whatever feels better, whatever feels more opening. Also for the shoulder, this is really important. So just inhaling, gentle twist down from low in the belly. If you can, bring your face facing over your shoulder, looking behind you. Just breathing in. So twists are super important for our health because they are literally twisting toxins and stagnant energies out like you would a dish rag with old water. Very, very healthy, very, very powerful. So let's go ahead and uncross our legs and stretch forward again, and then do the opposite, leg in front. And when you're ready, inhale, left arm overhead, and we're going to twist to the right. So gently as you're exhaling, bringing your left hand to your right knee and bringing your right hand behind you. And again, we're twisting from low down. And you want to make sure that the shoulders feel open. Keep breathing as you're doing this, inhaling. And try to look over your right shoulder. Beautiful. Just breathing. New chi, life force, prana, plasma into all the organs as we breathe. Excellent. Your exhale, gently come back to center. All right, and now we're going to do the left side again. So inhale, right arm overhead, exhaling, bringing it to your left knee, left hand behind you, twisting low from in the belly. Looking over your shoulder if you can, or at least just intending to look towards the wall behind you. Inhale. As you exhale, try to twist a little deeper if you can. Inhale once more. Exhale and twist. Contract the belly. Coming back to center again. Let's go ahead and straighten the legs once more. And switch to crossing again. I find that I have to do these like kind of ankle twists outwards because I just feel everywhere where there's a connection of the joint, just so much energy wanting to course through, and it's uncomfortable. All right, so let's go ahead and do the other side. Once more, we're going to do the right side. So inhaling, left arm overhead. Exhale, start to twist from lower in the belly. Right arm behind you, left hand to right knee. Twisting deep in the belly. Exhale, twist further if you can. Contracting the belly. Inhale. Exhale, contract, twist. Infusing all the organs with fresh oxygen and blood. Life force. Inhale. Exhale once more. Infusing. So now we're going to go ahead and just do some neck rolls here. So just go ahead and let's start by looking side to side, just really slowly. And depending on how you feel, you might need to close your eyes for this so that you don't feel dizzy. So inhale and exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale left. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, right? Now I'm having us do a lot of inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth to release all of this energy. All right, so let's go ahead and do one more round of these spinal circles. Stretching to the side, inhaling forward, starting to exhale to the other side, really just elongating, pausing these movements. Coming round in a circle, exhale, hold your knees and really arch your back as you lean back. Inhaling, exhaling. And Luna's gonna come join us. Inhaling, arching back, exhaling. And let's go the other way. Just breathing out tension as you feel it. I'm really trying to arch the spine and the head up when you come forward. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this has assisted in relieving a lot of pain for you, a lot of tension for you. The idea is to move through the discomfort with grace and gratitude and a peaceful presence of neutrality in order to then come on the other side of that and receive what's coming through, what's the new, what's the next, what wonderful information is coming through from the inside. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you for the next class. Namaste.